Was Han Li's formation of the Nascent Soul a coincidence or an inevitability? If one looks only at the moment Han Li broke through to the Nascent Soul stage, it might seem like nothing more than a timely stroke of luck. But when the timeline is stretched out, it becomes clear that this was closer to a precisely arranged layout. From the accumulation of resources to external conditions, from the tempering of his mental state to the coordination of cultivation techniques, every step paved the way for the final formation of the Nascent Soul. The chain of reckonings after the breakthrough was merely the closing act of this long-prepared design. The first layer of this layout was sewn back at the Void Sky Hall. The 9-bend spirit ginseng pill was a crucial aid for breaking through to the Nascent Soul stage. Han Li not only obtained the pill formula and the spirit herbs, but also used the spirit liquid of the heaven-reaching bottle over a long period to stimulate their growth, ensuring stable extraction of medicinal essence for pill refinement. To maximize the pill's efficacy, he deliberately gathered rare medicinal catalysts such as demon brain horn, thousand-leaf dew, and companion demon grass materials, tied to high-level demonic beasts or special terrains. Far beyond what simple trading could solve, the second layer was a multi-tiered protection system to stabilize the mind. The spirit stabilizing pill could suppress fluctuations of inner demons during nascent soul formation. The Brahma Pearl maintained the stability of the soul, and the soul nourishing would provide long-term nourishment to the primordial spirit and enhance the strength of divine sense. These three overlapped and reinforced one another, forcing the mental uncertainties during the breakthrough down to an absolute, a minimum. The third layer was a warm-up for both cultivation technique and cultivation base. 5 to 6 years before forming the Nascent Soul, Han Li had already cultivated the Great Development technique to the fourth layer, making his divine sense far stronger than that of cultivators at the same level. At the same time, just months before the breakthrough, the Azure Essence Sword Art reached the 9th level, complete perfection. Pushing his cultivation into the pseudo-nascent soul stage, this half-step into the nascent soul realm reduced the consumption cycled during the actual breakthrough, and greatly increased the success rate. The fourth layer was the adjustment of his mental state. Unlike breakthroughs that rely solely on resources, during his secluded cultivation at Cloud Dream Mountain, Han Li devoted a great deal of time to clearing his inner world, reviewing his cultivation journey and eliminating the hidden roots of potential inner demons. This step appeared slow on the surface, but it played a decisive role when he finally attempted the breakthrough. The fifth layer was control over the external environment. Han Li chose Falling Cloud Sect as the site for forming his nascent soul, not only because of its abundant spiritual energy, but also because the environment was stable and easy to control. He set up defensive formations in advance, stockpiled sufficient cultivation resources, and used Silvermoon's illusion techniques to conceal his identity, ensuring that no unexpected incidents could interrupt the closed-door cultivation process. Once the layout was complete, the result became inevitable. The actions taken after forming the nascent soul were essentially the harvesting of returns. From years of preparation, the destruction of the Fu family was the fulfillment of an old promise back at the Foundation establishment stage. Han Li had promised Shinryan to avenge her husband. Now that his realm was sufficient, he naturally carried it out. The Fu family had no idea who they were facing. Such information asymmetry is not uncommon in the cultivation world, but the possibility of overturning the situation against a nascent soul cultivator was virtually non-existent. Wang Chan's fate marked the end of long-accumulated enmity. The two had clashed multiple times since the Foundation establishment stage. Relying on his realm and backing, Wang Chan repeatedly suppressed Han Li, forcing Han Li to escape using trump cards. Many years later, when they met again, their strengths had reversed. Han Li first destroyed Wang Chan's physical body, and after advancing to late nascent soul, eliminated him completely. The belated encounter with Feng Shi, The so-called Great Benevolent One was another delayed counterstrike. Years earlier, Feng Shi had threatened Han Li into cooperating to seize the Wind Thunder Wings, only to be outplayed and robbed instead, harboring hatred and pursuing him ever since. Many years later, when Han Li returned to the chaotic Star Sea for unrelated reasons, their paths crossed again. By then, the outcome held no suspense. Even at death's door, Feng Shi failed to realize the extent to which he had been maneuvered, believing instead that Li Feiyu had been responsible. This misunderstanding, ironically, spared Han Li from any need for further explanation, from beginning to end. This was not merely a simple breakthrough in cultivation, but the completion of a phased plan. Over several years, Han Li first prepared every necessary condition for the breakthrough, then completed the formation of the Nascent Soul with absolute certainty, and finally used concrete actions to settle long-standing debts. Viewed this way, Han Li's success in forming the Nascent Soul was not a random stroke of luck, but an inevitable outcome. From this point onward, he began to shift from passive response to actively shaping the situation. On the chessboard of the human realm, the sphere of power belonging to Han Li was, from then on, firmly consolidated.